What's going on, guys? Goat here. I wanted to follow up on my video yesterday. We talked a little bit about the game, Call of Duty World War II, just in general, and we talked a little bit about headquarters and what we might be able to expect there, and kind of how it's made up, and what you can find in there, and the purpose of it. And one thing that I thought was really cool was that it replaces the lobby. So I think it's cool that it's going to be kind of an interactive place that you can be in until that game starts, because I don't know how long most of you have played Call of Duty, but it certainly gets old, sitting in the lobbies waiting for a game to start, waiting for that one last person to join in your lobby before the game can start. That can be a little bit tiresome, especially when you're have been playing a while, and you only have a game or two left, and you're getting kind of bored just sitting in that lobby. So I think it's a cool thing to have, an interactive place that everybody can sit, and you can do the firing range, you can challenge people to one-on-ones, you can do a lot of different stuff there. So I think that that's pretty cool. But like I said in my last video, I wanted to touch base a little bit more on the other things that are going to be in the game, and that is divisions and the game mode war, and then maybe a little bit about what we can expect from the maps. So I wanted to get into divisions. I know there's a lot of talk about it, and it replacing create a class, and what that really means for everybody, especially someone, or most people, I would assume, are accustomed to having create a class and being able to customize your weapons and your loadouts and your perks and all of that. This doesn't mean that that's going away. It is relatively similar from what we know right now. You will be picking from 1 of 5 divisions. I've talked a little bit about those divisions in my other videos, so I'm not going to get into that a whole lot. There's going to be no perks, but each of the divisions kind of has its own weapon skill, which is kind of like a perk. So those things aren't completely gone. And the good news is you are going to customize and manipulate your characters, as well as your loadout. So you're going to be able to customize your weapons. You're going to be able to put on attachments, that sort of thing. It's not going to be what we're used to. It's just kind of a different play on what we're used to, I would say. So it's just going to be different, but it'll still essentially be there, which I think is really cool. I took some notes while we were listening to Michael Condrey talk about the game a little bit, and what we can expect, and some of the other developers that were on the game. So I wanted to get into that a little bit. Each of the divisions it's a progression. So you do level up the divisions. I'm assuming you get more attachments and maybe more weapon perks, that sort of thing. And what we do know, it's going to be kind of like your old kind of perk pro thing, where you have like sleight of hand pro 3 or whatever it might be. So you're going to be able to level those up the more that you use them. So that's pretty cool. You're going to be able to switch divisions, and it's pretty easy to switch from what we know right now. So you're not going to be stuck with one division. You'll be able to switch in and out of different divisions kind of as you choose, and you'll level them up however you see fit. There's going to be, it's not really a dolphin dive, but you will be able to dive. It's more of like just getting out of cover, or getting into cover. It's not going to be your dolphin dive where you're in the air for a couple seconds and then hit the ground. It's a pretty quick thing. And I did notice once you do hit the floor, it does mess up your sight a little bit, as far as like getting dust or water or whatever might be around you on that. So that's going to be there. So be on the lookout for that. I wanted to talk about War. War was pretty cool, and I got confirmation from David Pellis. He's a director over there at Raven Studio. They worked, or Raven Software, they worked on the War mode with Sledgehammer Games. That's pretty cool. They always do a really good job. We do know that it's going to be 6 versus 6, and the maps, they aren't maps that you're able to play on any other game mode. So these are maps that are created and customized specifically for war mode. So you're not going to be able to play those maps anywhere else. So that's pretty cool to know. The maps, they're going to be 3-lane. They're going to be, medium, short, and there's going to be some different areas where snipers can go. It's really going to play on every single weapon class that you might be able to have. So that's pretty cool to know that there's going to be spots for each type of gun. So whatever you like to use, there's going to be a spot for that on each map. So that was pretty cool. And then to end this video, I want to talk a little bit about the current game, Infinite Warfare. Expect the new guns to be coming out on Tuesday. I did get confirmation from, I got confirmation from David Pellis over at Raven Software to save your supply drops for Tuesday, because something will be coming out. If you have any questions on that, go ahead and look at my Twitter. You can see his response to my question. If you guys have any questions for me, make sure to leave them in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Enjoy the gameplay. Goats out.
The enemy launched a counter UAV. Friendly drone support is active.